Morning guys, Tuesday morning. So this is my 200th video. I can't believe it. Feels like I was just talking about having done my 100th video like a few weeks ago. It's crazy how time is going by, man. It's nuts. That must mean I'm having fun. So there you go. Yeah, 200 videos. That's wild. Who would have thought, you know, something that just started off as a bit of a pastime during the great pandemic. Anyway, I posted my video up a couple of hours ago, and since then I've done a bit of prep work. I'm gonna carry on from where I ended off in the last video on the grill. I'm going to cut out a chunk of grill and splice in a new piece off of a different bar that's in good shape, and it's a little tricky, I guess, but I think I've got it figured out. So like I said, I've done some prep work. I've cleaned up some pieces, I've made some marks and clamped some things together and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll just grab the camera and we'll get after it, man. Okay, so this is what I got going on. Here's the donor bar. There is one small dent here, but that's it. The rest is good. So I cleaned up the section that I'm going to need. I cleaned up the remainder of this one. There are a couple of dents here, and there's 1, 2, 3, or 4 right here. One is better than 3 or 4, so I'm going to cut past here, and it's pretty mangled up right up to here. So what I've done is I've clamped this down, double clamped both ends, so it's not going to move. I've traced out with Sharpie the shape, so when I cut out the piece, if I cut it right, it should fit on that line anyhow. My thinking is that once I cut this section out of the middle and I remove this flange here and the one on the bottom, I should be able to just slip that right over top of the other one, mark it, cut it, and fit it in place. So that's my plan. I'm going to try that and see it should work. So yeah, I'm going to start hacking away at this stuff, and we'll see how it works out. Alright, so I'll show you where I'm at, because there's quite a bit going on here. So first thing, I already tapped the dent out on my donor piece. So that's good, I don't have to worry about that. And before I cut the mangled piece out, I marked center on both the table and the grill. So I've cut it, all right, and I took the bottom lip and the upper lip and removed them. So essentially this is just the skin now. So put it on there and line up center like so, right? And then I should be able to just trace the ends and cut it. I'm going to set the camera up and go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so here we go. So here's my piece, my skin, if you will. Line up the mark, center. And here. Now I'm going to cut on the outside of the lines. I'd rather have to be able to trim it in to fit rather than have a big ass gap to fill in with weld. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them on the outside of the line, and it should fit right in that spot, and I can weld her up. Easy peasy. All right, took some finagling, but I got her. So center is center, and it's following the line pretty good. This is not bad. I'm going to start with one side, get that sort of half-ass put together, and I want to be able to play around with the other side. It is what it is. So I think we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and lay some weld on this thing and See if we can't finish her off. All right, let's do this. This could be a little tricky. Wasn't getting any gas. A little bit better light on this. Okay, I'm gonna manhandle this thing. Not happening. fighting me, fighting me. Better just hold it by hand, I guess. Kind of got to twist it and hold it in the right place at the same time. This does not want to happen. Do the old squinting trigger. She's fighting me, man. Damn it, it's supposed to burn right through. It's not working. Try one other thing. Lower the heat a little bit. Ah. That is an ugly weld. Okay, I'm going to grind some of this shit off and clean it up and then see what I've got. It's not looking that great. Alright, so there you go. No one will ever know. Well, except for the people who just watched it on YouTube. But anyway, so yeah, welded it up, got the flange done. My problem was, you know, I'm thinking regular body metal, but when you have something that's stamped, you know, curved this way and that way, and then curved down and around, that metal is stretched and it's pretty thin. So what I ended up doing was increasing the amount of cooling gas going to the tip and dropping my heat setting down to the lowest, because I was just burning right through. Like it was just, yeah, just melting it away. So once I got my settings straight, it went pretty well, and cleaned up all that bubblegum shit that I had going on there. It was terrible, but came out good. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. Hammered out all the dings and the dents, and I'm calling it done. So I guess my next order of business will be the 2 side panels, one on each end, that holds everything together. I've got a pattern I can copy, but well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I'm going to have time for today, so there you go. So there you go. You can splice pieces from a shorter bar and make it happen, and it worked out well. Man, I tell you, at first I didn't know if I was going to be able to weld it. Like, it was just, it burnt a hole like a 1/4 inch around. I mean, holy shit, now I got to build that all up and close it in. But like I said, once I got the settings right, so now I know, you know, you get something stamped like that, it's that detailed, it's going to be thin. So turn down the heat on the old MIG. Anyway, so I've got all the pieces for my grill now. I just have the side pieces. Like I say, they're just flat plate with a bunch of holes drilled in them. Kind of holds the ends together, and that's how you mount it into the opening at the front of the truck. So there's a lot of measuring and transferring of holes and all that kind of stuff going on, but the piece overall is pretty simple. So yeah, and I just had a viewer of the last video tell me that he's got one brand new or something, and he's trying to remember where he put it, but who knows, I might end up with that. So that'll be perfect, because I can take a pattern for both sides, use the use that one for one side, and you know, transfer it over and make just one instead of having to make 2. So all good. Please subscribe. I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but that's part of the spiel, right? Yeah, so I'm always looking for subscribers. Want the channel to grow, make something cool out of it, and you know, prove to some of these young people that an old bugger like me can survive in a world of YouTube. So give you some bragging rights. Anyway, I sound like a child when I talk like that. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, so moving right along. That's almost, the grill can almost be marked off my list. It's ready to be epoxy primed. I guess I'm going to do the box, the grill, and some other pieces all at the same time. And you know, the rain is supposed to stop tonight, and then it's supposed to clear up tomorrow and be good for another week or something. So we're all good. Sprayed epoxy outside, perfect. So that's what I'm doing. If you're not doing anything, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.